Hi everybody, Sydney Rock here again to talk about negotiation. And I wanted to continue my series on disarming conflicts by adding a little addendum to the video that I shot on passive aggression. Basically, the point that I want to make with this video is that passive aggression cuts both ways. You see, one of the key things about relationships in general is to be very consistent with what you do and the principles that you use. And in a future video I'm probably going to get into how to deal with manipulative dickheads, basically. But what I really wanted to emphasize on this video is that passive aggression cuts both ways. And when I gave you the tools to identify passive aggression in someone else, I wanted to remind you that it's very important to use those tools to detect passive aggression in yourself, because sometimes when you're angry and you're using irrationalized sadism to make other people suffer, you can be passive aggressive, and recognizing that can go a long way towards maintaining a healthy relationship. And not only that, in future negotiations or in future discussions with those people, you can actually invoke the power of precedence to say, you know, in the past when I overstepped my bounds, I called myself on it, and that can help you in the future negotiations as well. So I want to give an example that happened to me a couple days ago. Without going into too much detail, where the branch that I work right now, it has a booth that we sometimes work in, and this booth has air conditioning. The thing with this air conditioning is that it's very loud, and I get hot very easily. I was working with two coworkers. We were three, that's why I had three fingers held up. And I was the only one who wanted the AC on. And basically, you know, I respected the choice of my colleagues. I was outnumbered, so I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. So a bit later on in the evening, some clients walk into the booth, and they make a comment about how hot it is, and I'm like, yeah, I really agree, it's really hot in here. And when I mentioned that there was AC and it just wasn't running, the clients were surprised, and they were like, you mean you have AC and you're not turning it on? And I'm like, yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, what kind of crazy person would be willing to stand in here without the AC on when they have that option? And fortunately, I caught myself. I was basically calling my coworkers dumb right in front of the clients, which is bound to cause some discomfort. Again, a likely outcome. And even if it was appropriate to call me on it in front of the clients, they weren't going to do that anyway. So fortunately, I caught myself, and I said, nah, I'm just being passive aggressive. Really, it's not that big of a deal, but I would like for the AC to be on, which was the truth. And just being able to be aware of what you're doing in the moment can be a very powerful tool that can help you in the present and in future negotiations. Of course, all of this is dependent on you wanting a good relationship with the people that you're negotiating with. And as a matter of fact, you know, I like to have good relationships with my coworkers, so this seemed like an obvious thing to do. So I just wanted to point that out. I thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Again, if you want to learn more about sales, marketing, and negotiation, there's a link right under this video that I invite you to click on. Just watch the video. You'll learn a lot, and I'll see you on the other side of that. And for the rest of you, I will see you in the next video. Thanks again. This is Sydney Rock on Negotiations, signing out.